Hey guys, this is Samir for Digit.in, and as you can see, what we have is the Asus Zenfone Zoom. Now the smartphone houses a camera on the back. It's a bit of a special housing. As you can see on the top, there is the headphones jack. At the bottom we have the micro USB port, which is covered, and also a place to attach a sleeve so that the phone doesn't slip out of your hand. But of course, the key feature is the rear of the smartphone, which is the camera. As you can see, it has laser assisted autofocus, the flash, and a separate housing. There's also the speaker, which is at the back of the smartphone. Now coming on the front, you have the front facing camera, and let's get the display on. As you can see, it's running Android and the ZenUI with the traditional back, home, and multitasking buttons at the bottom. It just looks like any other Zenfone from the front, with of course the UI shortcuts present. Now before we get into the phone, let's run you quickly through the specifications of the Asus Zenfone Zoom. It has a 5.5-inch 1080 display with cornering Gorilla Glass 4. The phone is powered by the Intel Atom Z3590 SoC and has 4 GB of RAM along with 128 GB of built-in storage, and it supports another 128 GB via a micro SD card slot. Panasonic has designed the 13 megapixel rear camera sensor, and the 10-element lens system is made by Hoya Glass, which is a Pentax-owned lens maker. The device is a single SIM smartphone and has a 3000 mAh battery. It weighs about 185 grams and feels relatively light in the hand. It runs on the ZenUI on top of Android 5.0 Lollipop. The Asus Zenfone Zoom is priced at Rs 37,999 for the phone alone and Rs 39,999 bundled with a tripod and the Asus Zenflash. Now coming to the UI, it's pretty standard as to what we've seen on other Asus devices. As you can see, the drop-down notification is there, and if you pull it further, you have access to a bunch of shortcuts that you can customize. As you can see, the storage is 128 GB built in on the smartphone, which is great. So if you're an avid photographer, you have a lot of space on the smartphone itself, and the expansion option is there as well. Like we've said, the smartphone does run on Android 5.0 Lollipop. Coming to the camera, the UI may look a little standard. It has dedicated buttons. There's a dedicated shutter button and a dedicated button for recording video, and the volume rocker works as a zoom rocker as well, and then you have the power button, which you can use to lock and unlock the phone. It has a metal finish around the rim, which is really nice. It makes the smartphone feel really premium, and we're just going to click a couple of pictures out here. The camera is of course the highlight, and you have a bunch of modes at your disposal, especially if you're someone that likes to get in deep into the manual shooting modes of a camera, then you will definitely like this. Like you can see, you can control the ISO, the exposure, of course the megapixel count, the image size, time lapse, a lot of modes. And of course you have the front facing camera. As you can also control the white balance. As you can see, it's a simple slider optimized for the touchscreen use, so you can quickly get in and out of these settings. The number of settings at your disposal are of course high, and you can quickly switch between the stills, the video, and the settings options from. There's also a little tutorial that can help you get started if you are new to such a device, and there are a bunch of handy tips and tricks out here that will teach you exactly how to make the most of the camera on the Asus smartphone. On the right, of course, when you switch to the manual mode, you have access to a bunch of settings, and you have of course the standard slew of preset modes and effects, such as making a GIF animation, night, slow motion, sports, time lapse. The number of effects are quite high. The phone is pretty well built. It feels good in the hand. The rear has a leather finish to it, which gives it a really premium feel. For those of you that are wondering why the rear feels so familiar, is because the housing resembles the Nokia Lumia 1020 a lot. But overall, the build of the smartphone is actually a highlight. In the front, it looks great like your standard smartphone. Yes, one of the highlights of the device is the 3x optical zoom, which works really well. And it's overall a great device, at least in our first impressions, if you're someone that is looking for a phone with a camera as your primary option. Of course, this isn't the first time that we've seen a smartphone come where the emphasis is on the rear shooter, but it's nice to see Asus try something really different and go bold with the features. We will get you an in-depth review of the smartphone really soon, and for more videos like this you can always stay tuned to Digit.in.